Good morning, 8th graders. Today we begin our Holocaust unit by reading the book Night by Elie Wiesel. And I'm just going to talk to you about the first passage that we will read together. We're going to read pages 3 through 22 today, and there are several things in this chapter that we need to talk about. Beginning on pages 3, 4, and 5, we have kind of a slow opening to the story where we learn about Elie and his family. They are living in Szeged, which is in 1941 part of Transylvania. Nowadays, that is modern Romania. And Elie is 13 when the book begins in 1941. He meets a mentor named Moishe the Beadle, and Moishe gives a testimony of what it's like on page 6 of this book to have been taken as a immigrant and brought out to be shot and left in the forest by the Germans. Now, when he returns, and he's miraculously saved from this and returns to the town to tell people that they should be concerned about the mass killing of these immigrants, nobody believes him. Nobody believes this story. And so he is here warning the people, and the people cannot listen to him. So a year passes, and now it's the spring of 1944, and the people of Szeged are optimistic that Germany will be defeated. And unfortunately, on the very next page, the Germans arrive in their town. And the Germans arrive pleasantly, and they station themselves in the families' houses in the town of prominent families, and they bring gifts. And so one of the townspeople says, "Oh, where's their famous German cruelty?" And they're concerned, but they're slightly cautious and optimistic that things will get better. On the very next page, page 10 of this section, the first edicts are put into place. So the Jewish leaders of the town are arrested. There is a 3-day house arrest for everyone. So if you leave your house, you'll be arrested. And slowly the Germans begin to whittle away at the Jewish rights. So on page 11, the very next page, Jews are forced to wear the Star of David, and even Elie Wiesel's own father says, "Oh, where's the harm in that?" And then he says, "Oh, Father, for what did you die?" So there's the moment of Elie's realization as an older writer, thinking back on his father having said this at the time and the impact that ended up having on him. They are, on page 11, moved into the ghettos. And by page 22, which is the last page of this section, the Jews of Szeged are being transported in cattle cars by train. And the very last line, they depart for Auschwitz. So there is one section in this story that I want to warn you about. It's very depressing, where you read Moishe's testimony about what the Germans did to the babies. It happens very quickly on pages 6 and 7, where you realize the atrocities that were committed against human life, and it's really hard to read. I want you to try to work your way through it and to get to the end of this little section. Additionally, after you finish reading pages 3 through 22, I would like for you to write a 100-word reflection. That's a very quick 4 or 5 sentence reflection about what you think about this chapter. I will be sending you the notes for the book. They are already done. I just want you to highlight section 1 from pages 3 to pages 322 in one color, so that we'll use different colors for each of the sections. So chapter 1, which is those pages 3 through 22, will be any color of your choice, but I want you to highlight that block for the section that we've read today. And the notes are also numbered by pages, so you can easily do that. So 3 parts today. We're reading pages 3 through 22 of Night. We are writing a 100-word reflection. We are downloading the night notes from the LMS, and we're highlighting that block. Okay, please send me a picture of your notes from that first section of the book by 4 p.m. You may listen to the audio link that I put up on RenWeb. However, I would highly encourage you to download the $10 George Guidel version of the audiobook. The teachers that I found reading it online are sincere, and they're reading it well. But George Guidel, as an older Jewish man, adds something to the testimony of Elie Wiesel that I think some of the others lack. So I would, again, highly encourage you to ask your parents if it is acceptable for you to download that audiobook, and you can purchase it on Amazon, on iTunes, or on Audible, okay? If you have any questions about the different assignments for today, please let me know, and I look forward to reading your reflections about part 1.